To tip off this NBA season on FanDuel, you can choose your own rewards, which means you can play your game any way you want.
I get to choose my rewards?
Yep.
Great! Now, excuse me while I lock in.
All customers choose your own reward right now in the FanDuel app. 21 plus and present in select states. 18 plus in Kentucky. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration, leg requirement, and max wager amount. See full terms at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Adobe Radio. The future of alternative.
And welcome to the United States of America.
Global woman, radioactive sites, imperialistic wrongs, and animal rights news.
Adobe Radio.
It's news to us.
We are live on Adobe Radio, Jason. It's news to us. Eddie and Jason here with you the week of February 9th, 2026. The day after America's holiday, favorite holiday, Super Bowl Sunday. Did you enjoy the Super Bowl there? Did you watch? We're gonna get into it, of course. Everybody's freaking out about Bad Bunny.
Who's everybody?
The one guy who should have been watching Kid Rock.
Oh my God!
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. Super Bowl happened. Let's quickly before we talk about the halftime show and the controversy.
Yeah.
The game itself was a bit boring. Yeah,
more than a bit boring. I thought it was like nap-inducing. Plus, and then on top of that, the commercials weren't that good either. I didn't think. Yeah,
it did not feel. Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't enjoy the commercials. There's at least one commercial where I'm like, oh, that's cool, that's clever, or that's interesting. But this year, did you like any of the commercials?
No, none of them really stood out to me. Some of them were like, what? Really? They just spent how much money on that commercial? That's kind of the vibe I had, or my feelings.
There was a few of them. Like the one with the Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
and then they brought out all the old actors, and then they CGI'd their faces to make them look younger. They AI'd the faces of who they bring out. They brought out Sam Neill, Laura Dern, and Jeff Goldblum. De-aged them, and then they did this. I just really hate it when they have these ideas. They bring back these old movies that we all love. Then they have to insert some stupid corporation. So it was like, what was it, for Spectrum or something like that? Or
yeah, some internet provider. Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't know. I'm just so tired of constantly being sold something. I'm tired of capitalism. I'm tired of I don't know. It's just exhausting. Maybe we're not excited about the commercials because we're being handed so many goddamn commercials on a daily basis. You can't walk 2 feet without a commercial being shoved down your throat.
Oh, well, I don't know about you, but I don't normally watch commercials, so I try to skip them, or I walk out of the room, and I fear that I did the same during the Super Bowl. I was, running around going to do something else, or I missed a fair amount of them. I was on my phone looking at shit because I was so bored for the game that
This is really one of the most boring Super Bowl I can remember in a very long time.
Yeah, it's always interesting. Like, I was thinking about this to myself. Oh boy, I was thinking about this, but I haven't shared it. Is that like most Super Bowls? Like, it feels like quarterbacks are either nervous or they don't play as well. It's always the defense in a Super Bowl that really. Yeah, it feels like it's happens more than not, is the defense kind of outperforms and is carries the team through the game, whereas quarterbacks they don't necessarily come out slinging the ball.
Yeah,
maybe I'm wrong.
I think they play a little conservatively, and they have to make sure they stick to the script that Roger Goodell wrote for them, so they don't want to mess that up.
Oh boy,
No,
I don't know. What are you talking about?
Oh, it's all staged. It's got
no, it's not staged.
I believe it's going to come out one day that the NFL is scripted.
Oh man, Talk about a civil war. If that were to happen.
Talk about a civil war, yeah. If anything induces the civil war, it's Roger Goodell coming out.
Is NFL being rigged? Yeah, I think maybe. You know how many people will be crushed all around this country?
Well, it's is it being rigged, do you think, the NFL? Or scripted? Because I could see it going either way. Like, so maybe the refs and the owners get together and they get on these gambling websites and then they make a whole bunch of money. Like, I don't know. Like, how do you really stop a ref from getting involved with this stuff? Or,
well, I think it's more uncommon
players
than it is common. I'm not saying it's not happening 100%, but I don't think it's as common as you're.
Or we just don't hear about it.
Well, we don't hear about any of it, but
where'd you watch the Super Bowl? Did you go?
We just watched it at home.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess there's a lot to talk about with the Super Bowl. We can jump in unless there's anything else you wanted to say about it. I don't want to cut you off. I'm not trying to cut you off.
No. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I just want to talk about the game before we talk about the controversy that was the halftime show.
And your analysis of the game was that it's boring.
It was
very boring.
But like the last 5 minutes.
I'm glad at least that the Patriots lost. You know, I'm not a fan of that franchise.
I was certainly rooting for the Seahawks myself. So
yeah, you know, your Denver Broncos almost got in there, but just barely didn't.
I was telling the wife that if the Broncos had made it, it probably would have been a more entertaining Super Bowl.
Oh, absolutely. Because then at that point, you're clinging on to every single play.
Right. Well, and I think that, I don't know, felt like it might have been a little more fun. But the Patriots defense, man, I'll tell you what, they held up pretty well. They kept them in the game for most of it, right? Until the fourth quarter. So
it was a game of inches.
Yeah.
So, all right. But Bad Bunny is stealing the headlines because the game itself was so boring. It's all part of our news roundup.
It's news to us. News roundup. Yeehaw!
Yes. Yeah.
Dive into it.
Sure.
Bad Bunny. What was your thoughts and takeaways from the halftime show?
I'm not familiar with Bad Bunny. He's really newly on my radar because he won the Grammy for Album of the Year, and I just was very unfamiliar with him. I know that he's made a big impact in the Latino community, and people seem to really love him, and he's the artist of the moment right now. And I think it's cool that he is not a native English speaker. He speaks Spanish natively. He's an American though, and I think that's the important distinction that DJT didn't make after the Super Bowl. He went on True Social and bitched about the halftime show being un-American and being just a despicable display. One of his stupid rants. But there's nothing more American than what we watched during the halftime show. That is America. America is a land of many different cultures that come together, and there's a big Latino community, Latin American community in the United States, and to see it represented in a positive light without throwing politics out there and just having a message of love and hey, this is what this community is like, and highlighting all the best parts of it, the food, and the community and the family. I thought it was very good.
Yeah, I would. I agree. Visually, I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, and visually too. It was probably one of the most creative Super Bowls, halftime shows I've seen.
Yeah, it was great. Same thought. I'm not too familiar with Bad Bunny, but I really enjoyed it. I really liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was very good. Yeah,
and knowing more about Bad Bunny's everything that he had incorporated into it. I'm sure we could talk about it, and we will. But man, there was a lot of hidden things in it. which I thought was awesome.
There were a lot of hidden things in there. What did you catch? What little Easter egg?
When he handed his Grammy to the little boy, that little boy had been detained from ICE. ICE had detained that little boy.
Wow. And then there was that couple that got married, and I thought at first that was scripted, but then it turns out they actually got married.
They got married, yeah. And then there was a taco stand.
Yeah.
And that's a real taco stand in LA.
Yeah. I had to look it up. It's actually pretty close to where our old studio is.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, you're gonna have to go try it. I'm sure they'll be busy now.
I looked them up on I wish we should definitely give them a shout out. If I don't have that in front of me, but yeah. I looked them up on Google Maps, and I was looking at all their food. Their tacos look really delicious.
Yeah.
But yeah. So Bad Bunny, he sang in Spanish, and some viewers, on the right, they were calling it absolutely terrible. Yeah, and conservatives said it didn't represent America, despite the Super Bowl literally being sponsored by beer, gambling, and billionaires who don't pay taxes. So yeah, the performance, it pushed unity and culture, and MAGA experienced that as hostile acts of inclusion. Yeah, because unity and culture is threatening to MAGA. It's for whatever. Why is that? Having a little bit of culture is so threatening to these people on the right. Like, they can't stand it. They lose their minds. I think they get a little uncomfortable, and then that turns into anger. They just can't. They can't control. They can't contain themselves. I don't know, but DJT should have been watching the Turning Point USA halftime show.
Yeah, you texted, said you watched it.
Oh my God, it was just so Turning Point USA, that's the Charlie Kirk organization. They had their own separate halftime show that you could turn to, and you could watch performances.
Not on Twitter.
Yeah, I know, that's funny. They didn't have the rights to stream it on Twitter because of licensing, even though Twitter's owned by Elon. But the Super Bowl had the Bad Bunny halftime show streaming on Twitter without any issues.
Yeah. There you go.
But yeah, so Turning Point USA, they did their own halftime show, and this one was headlined by none other than Kid Rock, Jason. Oh my God, yes.
Turning Point's All-American halftime show was a complete flop. Even Trump preferred to watch Bad Bunny instead.
And that's really the funniest thing, is that DJT rage tweeted or rage posted after, and it's like, shouldn't you have been watching Kid Rock?
I mean, he could have two screens. He could have two screens going, Eddie.
I don't. He doesn't know how to do that. He doesn't even know how to. He thinks turning on a computer is magic. That's what he said about his son Barron. That the guy is a genius because he can turn on a computer. I doubt he can operate two separate screens. But anyways, there's more of this TikToker.
Turning Point's peak viewership for their half show was around 3.2 million people, which in reference is around a quarter of the typical viewership the Puppy Bowl brings in each year.
So it didn't even do as good as the Puppy Bowl.
I heard it brought in like 5 million, but
yeah, and I actually heard 6, and this TikToker was looking at the live views, so
got it.
But yeah, New York Times is saying 6 million.
Okay.
And is less than the total amount of Republicans that voted for Trump in Texas. Like I said at the beginning of the video, not even Trump watched it. Trump posted this statement on Truth Social moments ago, saying that Bad Bunny's performance was the worst ever, absolutely terrible, so on and so forth. That's not the point. The point is that's Trump saying that he watched Bad Bunny's performance and didn't like it. But if he was watching Bad Bunny's performance, he wasn't watching Turning Point's performance.
Yeah, I think that's the funniest thing. So DJT wasn't watching it. It was a ratings disaster. New York Times says 6.1 million live viewers. So I don't know. That's, of course, when you look at that versus the halftime Super Bowl show, the real one during the Super Bowl, that one had 135 million viewers.
Yeah, record.
A record.
Record viewership.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny how Trump says that it's Bad Bunny's un-American when he is actually an American. He has citizenship, right?
Yeah.
But he says that, was un-American and they needed to get someone else. And, we've had halftime shows played by like the Rolling Stones and Coldplay and U2. Like those people are not American. Those bands, those groups are not American.
Great point. That's a great point. The Stones are, and U2, they're all Europeans.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't,
no one's bitching then.
Citizens.
Right. Then we have an actual U.S. citizen perform.
Just because it's American.
Just because it's in Spanish?
Yeah.
He's un-American.
It's in Spanish.
And he's promoting love and unity and culture and bringing everyone together. And that's un-American. Like, fuck off.
Yeah, really, fuck off. And meanwhile, Kid Rock is over there on YouTube.
Talking about sleeping with underage girls or whatever.
Yeah.
You heard that controversy, right? Leading up to the Super Bowl?
So what was that again? So there's a lyric in a Kid Rock song that people are rediscovering where he says something about underage.
Is how he prefers them.
And it was like, it ended up in a Disney movie or something, right? Or like some animated movie. Maybe not Disney, but some animated movie. But, Kid Rock music is for people who memorize the age of consent in every state.
That's a good one. That's a good joke.
I can't take credit for that. Somebody said that. I thought it was good.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
But so Kid Rock was lip singing to his own music too.
Yeah, I saw videos of like people that were there to watch him live, perform live. And it was like literally tens of people.
Yeah, and then they had to pre-record the whole thing too, and they're getting shit on that. They pre-recorded the whole thing, and because I don't even think they wanted to be there. They wanted to go home and watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They wanted to go watch Bad Bunny themselves.
No, man, I bet they did watch it.
I'm sure they did. There's no doubt in my mind that Kid Rock was watching Bad Bunny and not his own stupid performance.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that turned into a giant dumpster fire.
Yeah. But
really can't make it. You can't write this, right? Like,
no.
This should be like a sitcom.
And it really was a great moment, a great cultural moment with everything happening with ICE and the division in this country and all that. And to have, and this community that's being terrorized currently, to have them highlighted in such a positive way and with such artistry and relevance. And, Bad Bunny is like basically the artist right now. So I thought it was well done. So
yeah, me too. And it's a real shame, like what's happening right now. Like I saw reports that Bad Bunny's getting like death threats all the time, and he actually had to wear a bulletproof vest while performing.
Oh my God!
That's why he looked so bulky, right?
Is that why? Wow, that's
he was wearing a
sad.
bulletproof vest.
That's sad. What's going on in this country? Well, in case you did miss any of that Kid Rock Turning Point USA.
Oh God, don't do it.
Well, I thought maybe you might want a little bit of it, just so we don't, just so you know what you missed here.
We don't want.
Welcome, red-blooded white Americans. Today here on Turning Point, you're about to hear some real music. Real music that's not none of that monkey baboon shit. I love this country when it's white, not black, not brown, just good old white. Thank God for ICE. They make it white. Take the blacks, take the browns, leave the whites. Yeah. Take the blacks, take the browns, leave the good old whites.
There you go. A little bit of that Turning Point USA. in case you missed any of it, that was basically the gist of it over there.
Well, it's also, before we move on, Kid Rock, he had 8 music shows, like concerts that were coming up for this upcoming year, and like 2 of them have been canceled now because bands are pulling out and support. There's less and less support for it. So that's kind of heartening for me.
Yeah, I think everybody is realizing he's a douche.
Yeah. It's nice to see. Let's cancel him.
Real quick though, before we do wrap up the Super Bowl stuff, people were very excited about Green Day. Did you watch Green Day's performance opening the Super Bowl?
I did not see Green Day's performance. No.
Well, it was mixed reaction. People said that they were too safe because Green Day, is very political. I don't know what these people were expecting, like Green Day to come out and do something outrageous, like, I don't know, say fuck ICE on live TV. Of course, they're not going to do that, but they did play American Idiot. The people were saying like, "Oh, Green Day were bleeped," but yeah, they bleeped when they said fuck because there's a fucking American Idiot.
Yeah.
But Billy Joe Armstrong has been very vocal, and he's going viral almost every week with something he's saying on stage. Like he told ICE to quit their shitty jobs the other night, and that went viral.
Yeah,
so
cross the line.
But Green Day, they do know how to play the game, I will say, because let's not forget, like they got to this level because they know how to play the game. They weren't going to go on there and completely destroy their own careers. They're given that platform, and I think that they looked at that as a way to perform at the Super Bowl in their hometown. And I'm sure they were just focusing on the positivity around it, while also playing their political songs, but they didn't get up there and make some giant statement like something very outrageous. But it was cool to see Green Day up there. We all know where they stand, and they I don't know. I think Green Day still sound good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've seen videos of it, and it seems like it was a really good show. Like they did a good performance, but again, they know how to play the game. They know what they can do. And if they push too hard, then they wouldn't be on a stage like that. Right? So yeah. I think they still said their the piece, right? Especially playing American Idiot. Like I don't know. Yeah. But they have been changing some of the lyrics, although they didn't play it for the Super Bowl. But I don't know if you've seen that, but they've been, they say MAGA agenda now in one of their songs.
Yeah, I don't want to be a part of a MAGA agenda.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, Billy says, you've seen that ICE video, right?
Oh, yeah, where he says, why don't you drop this and come over the line to us?
Yeah. He's
not going to be in power forever type of vibe. So
yeah, here's that video I think you're talking about.
And this goes out to all the ICE agents out wherever you are. Quit your shitty ass job. Quit that shitty job you have. Because when this is over, and it will be over at some point in time, Christy Nolan, Stephen Miller, J.D. Vance, Donald Trump, they're gonna drop you like a bad fucking habit.
And it's so true. And I like all the people who say, "Oh, I'm going to drop Green Day from my playlist." Have you not been listening to their lyrics for the last 20 years? Like, you idiots.
Yeah,
there's really no good conservative music. I mean, most of the artists out there are liberals because that's just kind of how it goes. Put Kid Rock on your playlist if that's what you want to listen to. Go listen to songs about underage girls.
Right.
Okay. Anything else on the Super Bowl before we hit a break, Jason, or have you said your piece?
I've said my piece.
Okay.
Yeah. It was overall. Nah.
Yeah, it was a meh. It was a meh Super Bowl for sure.
Halftime show highlight. I think it was the highlight of the night.
Yeah, congratulations to Benito. That's his real name, right? Benito? I think so. Bad Bunny. Congratulations on a great Super Bowl halftime show. And Green Day, you did good. Don't listen to the haters. We know where you guys stand, and you use your platform for good all the time. And go Seahawks. Screw you, Patriots. And we'll be right back with more. What do we have coming up next?
Oh, there was a huge story that came out that I think kind of went under the radar, but it involves Tulsi Gabbard and a intelligence report that they tried to bury and now is coming to light.
Okay. We'll tell you about that next on It's News to Us. Don't move.
It's News to Us with Eddie and Jason.
Okay, back on It's News to Us. We're live here on Adobe Radio, and a story that, you're right, did get kind of swept under the rug because there's so much going on. Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard. Yeah, so apparently there's a whistleblower alleging that the NSA intercepted a phone call involving foreign intelligence discussing someone close to Trump, and that Tulsi Gabbard blocked the intelligence from being shared through normal channels and instead personally delivered it to the White House chief of staff.
Yeah.
So in other words, there's a back channel going on between Tulsi Gabbard and a foreign government.
Well, I don't know. That's not how I read it. It's that the NSA intercepted a phone call between two foreign intelligence officers discussing someone who was close to Donald Trump. And instead of sending that through the normal channels and disseminating that information, Tulsi Gabbard took a paper copy of that intelligence report and went to the White House and physically gave the document to the White House chief of staff. What's her name? Susie Wiles. And they didn't disseminate that information to be on the lookout through NSA, right? So usually when a report like that comes out, it gets distributed through intelligence channels, so everyone's alerted, but they buried it. They took it and they hid it away from everyone else. And this happened last year, so I think it was in the summer. It was like late spring, early summer of 2025, and they buried this story. They buried this information, and yeah, I think it's a bigger deal because, it seems like they're trying to hide something. And what could two foreign intelligence officers be discussing about someone close to Trump? And why didn't they want other intelligence agencies to know about this? It's just curious, Eddie. It's curious.
Yeah.
I think more will come to light with this.
Yeah, I don't know. Didn't Hillary say that Tulsi Gabbard was a foreign agent or something like that? Like she shouldn't be trusted. I don't
Certainly
know.
Seems that way, doesn't it?
Anyways, that is a crazy one.
It's crazy, and I think we're going to learn more about it. But yeah, whistleblowers come out now, and some, obviously we have Republicans saying that it was handled correctly, and Democrats are saying, whoa.
Of course.
You guys are bearing this.
Toe the line.
What's happening here?
Yeah.
And Congress still has yet to see what's been going on with this. They don't know exactly what was said or what was shared or what this information was.
Mm-hmm.
They've only seen some redacted copies of this report, but yeah, I think more will come to light. But as we all know, DJT is not the most secure when it comes to top secret information.
Yeah, he hides.
They need to check a storage locker.
Go check.
Maybe we'll find more.
Go check next to his toilet.
Yeah.
Oh God.
See if they have a public storage locker.
Yeah. Well, how about a quick Olympic update? Winter Olympics are going on right now, and then we could get into a little bit of what's going on with the 2026 elections. There's a lot of elections going on, special elections, all leading up to the midterms in November, which is seeing a record spend, by the way, with political advertising. You're going to be seeing a lot of ads coming at you.
Oh boy!
Between now and November, and anyways, so Winter Olympics. So real quick, the Winter Olympics are going on right now, and I got to tell you, I haven't watched any of it except for a little bit that they had after the Super Bowl last night, and I don't know.
You haven't watched
so you
any
tell
of
me.
it, huh?
I haven't watched any of it.
Did you not watch the opening ceremony?
No, I did not watch the opening ceremony. I don't know.
Wow.
I didn't do it.
Wow.
It's just kind of not on my radar. I don't know. I just, it's one of those. So some years I'm more into the Olympics than others. This is one of those years where I'm just completely out of it. Watched a little bit of the women's downhill that they had after the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And that was kind of cool to see our local Denver native friend. What's her name? You know who I'm talking about, the downhill skier.
Lindsey Vonn?
Yeah, Lindsey Vonn. They showed Lindsey Vonn after the Super Bowl. Yeah. Well, you know.
She got wrecked. She shouldn't even have been competing.
Well, why didn't you stop her? You could have told her there at the at Trader Joe's not to go.
Lindsey Vonn was 2 weeks ago, not even. She tore her ACL, MCL, and meniscus on her left knee, and she was airlifted from a slope in Switzerland, and she still competed, and she had a horrific accident on the slopes during the Olympic Games where she had to get airlifted again and had to have surgery on her leg. She never should have been skiing.
Wow. Yeah, you think
her knee was
you think she's too old?
I'm not saying she's too old. She was hurt. She was injured. They never should have cleared her to compete.
How old is she now?
She's 41.
But how old can you be, like, realistically?
I think she was doing great until she blew out her knee, man.
But do you
it
think
had
she
nothing
would
to
have
do with her age?
She would have blown out her knee if she were 20 years old and had the same fall?
Probably.
I don't know. Is anybody out
there? A 20-year-old shouldn't have been competing with a torn ACL and MCL. Literally, the ligaments are gone in the knee.
Get him back. Get out there.
Your favorite quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, has a torn ACL and he can't compete for 12 months.
People got to stop.
She tore it 2 weeks ago, man.
Well, bad timing.
She should not have been out there. No.
Terrible timing. Because you train for the
Olympics.
Olympics.
Team doctors for the USA should have told her no.
Well, they probably did, and she's like, "No, I'm going to do this anyways. It's the Olympics. I can only do this every few years, and this is my time to shine. I'm probably not going to be able to get out there."
Time. Yeah,
because I mean, it
was heartbreaking. She should have just stopped.
Yeah, that is,
know. But the Olympics.
Yeah, there's some anti-ice protests going on there in Milan, I heard.
Yeah, did you know that ice was even at the Olympics?
Why? I heard that they might have some kind of a presence, but I guess that's what you do when you have so much money.
They're deporting people from Italy now.
To where? They're going to deport them
matter.
to the United States, then deport them from the United States back to Italy when they get back there.
They're just trying to justify
shuffle people around.
They're justifying their presence.
Yeah. But the
ICE, they were brought in to provide more security for diplomatic reasons. They were supplementing their security with ICE agents because they have more of them than anyone else.
Apparently there are like 20,000 ICE agents, and they were just the fine people in Minnesota push them out of there, and they don't know what to do with these ICE
just
agents.
milling around. Yeah.
So like if there's time to lean, there's time to clean. Go to Milan.
Right. You're not going to get paid.
Yeah.
You won't be paid for over a month.
Oh, no.
Go to Milan.
Definitely not going to get paid. But you're not even going to get your sign-on bonus. But
yeah, make sure you have your passport because we're not going to let you back in the country.
Wouldn't it be ironic if an ICE agent gets hassled by by border patrol?
I would love that. But protesters, students, and activists in Milan are protesting ICE, causing a bit of a some issues for.
Were you going to say a furnuckle? Kerfuffle. That's the word.
For Italian authorities. We'll protest here, protest there. Why not?
Yeah.
We're taking it on the road. So, they're going on tour.
Right.
But yeah, I did want to say a little bit of trivia for you, Eddie. So it was a big sports weekend. We had the opening ceremonies of the Olympics kick off. We had Super Bowl. When comparing the Olympics opening ceremonies and the Super Bowl, who do you think has more viewership?
The Olympics opening ceremony or the Super Bowl, who has more viewership? I would say that the Super Bowl. Am I wrong?
You're wrong. Guess how many people viewed the Super Bowl?
120 million.
Yeah, it was 130-ish million. And how many do you think will watch the opening ceremonies?
Well, if you're telling me that it's more, I would say 150.
No, 2 billion.
2 billion?
2 billion people tuned in.
2 billion.
And you were not one of them. I do not get it.
That's crazy.
How did you not watch it?
So you're telling me 2 billion people downloaded Peacock? I don't believe it. Nobody
I don't know
has
if they
Peacock.
downloaded Peacock. We got Peacock.
Is that where you watch?
We watched it on Peacock, and we watched the Super Bowl on Peacock as well.
Oh my god! Get off Peacock.
No,
I've had it with Peacock.
I take the Olympics on the road, man. The wife got to watch the Olympics while I worked today because she could log in.
Okay, well,
2 billion, and you weren't one of them. I cannot believe it.
I was not. I did not
really get some more culture in your life, buddy.
I don't know. There are some years I do really enjoy watching all of the Illuminati symbolism during the opening ceremony, but I was a little Epsteined out this year, so I didn't do it.
Yeah, to be fair, that the athletes walk, because the Olympics in Italy, they're spread across such a vast distance, right? There's 4 different locations that they're competing in, and they're hours apart from each other. So instead of doing like one Olympic walk, they were doing Olympic walks, like the athlete walks, in all 4 locations, and it took forever, and I fell asleep. I was too tired. So you'd have like a walk in Milan, then you had a walk like in 3 other locations up in the mountains. You had athletes walking in like all the locations, so it was taking forever. So I fell asleep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a cool thing, and
Olympics are fun, man.
The Olympics are fun. I mean, I'm not anti-Olympic or anything. I just this year, it just I almost forgot that they were happening. I don't know. It's just not on my one of those years where it's not on my radar. But I know that your wife is very much into it. And let's be honest, if it weren't for her, you probably wouldn't be watching it.
No, that's not true.
You would still be watching it?
Yeah, I mean, some of it probably not as much, but like I was really enjoying curl. Maybe it's just me getting older, but watching curling's pretty fun for me.
I think it's all fun,
Curling's a sleeper. I'm enjoying it more and more each time I watch it.
Well, you are pretty good at shuffleboard, so
yeah, smoked your ass.
Yeah,
actually, I don't know if I did.
No, you did. Yeah,
I don't think.
But you kept bumping the table and you kept resetting the score. So who really knows?
Oh, that's the loser mentality right there, my friend.
I'm just saying, it's a fact. Every time I looked at the score, it got bumped conveniently. So
I don't think so, buddy.
That's all I'm saying.
I don't think so, friend.
Well, why don't we check in and see what's going on with the 2026 special elections across the country, all leading up to the midterms. Right after this on It's News to Us. Don't go anywhere.
It's News to Us with Eddie and Jason.
There are a few special elections going on across the country. And I don't know if you saw this one, Jason, but a Democrat just crushed Republican odds in Louisiana during a special election that they just had. And this was in rural Louisiana. Democrat Chastity Verrett Martinez won the state House seat in District 60 with a 62% to 38% increase in this district. So this denied Republicans what they had hoped would be a pickup in a district where DJT carried by 13 points in the 2024 presidential race.
Whoa.
So in other words, the Republicans picked up a shit ton of votes for this special election and blew out a Republican in a very red district.
Yeah, I mean, a 37-point swing.
37-point swing. Yeah.
Wow, that's insane. Yeah, I did not hear about this, but I mean, it kind of goes in line with what we saw in Texas last week, right, Eddie? Like, Republicans are a solid red seat that they should win easily. They're spending tons of money on these to try to win these seats, and they're getting just destroyed right now.
Yeah, and there's a string of special elections this year, and Democrats are outperforming expectations in all these swing elections leading up. Now, of course, this one we just mentioned was for a state seat in Louisiana, but for the U.S. House of Representatives, there are a few other elections that are coming up this year, Jason, and there is a chance that Democrats could flip the House before the midterms even happen or get really, really close, because Republicans currently have 218 seats in the U.S. House of Representatives, Democrats 214. So that majority is very, very slim, just 4 seats, and there are a handful of special elections coming up, and it would be pretty crazy if the House was won before the midterms, or even if it gets like 1 seat away from winning before the midterms, that would be crazy too. So if Democrats flip this year, it would be just it'd be nuts, and I think offer a little bit of checks and balances that we could use right now. Not that anything's really getting done in Congress anyways, but
right.
At least there's a little bit of hope.
Yeah, there's 3 vacancies currently. So if Democrats could flip all those, I mean, the Republicans would have a 1-seat majority, and who knows what will happen in the next, 8 months before midterms. So I don't know. It'll be interesting. It gives me some hope, Eddie, but with, reports saying DJT is trying to influence the elections and kind of doing some interest, not interesting things, because I don't know all the details yet, or I haven't read up on it too much, but I know that he is trying to break the election, if you will.
Well, yeah, I mean, he said something about the fact that once we voted for him, we'd never have to vote again. He said that during the campaign trail.
Yeah.
And
he's trying to nationalize the voting.
No, that's what he said originally. Yeah, we should nationalize the vote, which is unconstitutional, by the way, because votes, these elections are supposed to be conducted by each individual state. We are the United States of America. We're not meant to have some king or some ruler. We have these different states that control their own elections, DJT.
Yeah, so I mean,
read the Constitution, bitch.
That doesn't mean he's not going to try.
Yeah,
right. And I don't know. I'm. That's what makes me more worried
that he might try. I mean, we already saw what he did on January 6th. So
right. I mean, and not try, but he'll succeed. That's what I'm worried about.
Well, show up, vote. Don't be intimidated. And
register now.
Just
if you haven't already registered.
Offer a little bit of hope for anybody out there too. Typically, the president's party gets smoked in the midterms. Just historically speaking, this is what we see. If there's a Democrat in the White House, then Republicans usually win the Senate.
So weird.
Isn't that weird? People are so stupid.
It goes both ways, but I just come on.
I don't know. Anyways,
the feeling I have about it is people are like, oh, I want change, and they're like, oh, they didn't change it enough. We got to change it
fast
the other
enough.
Way. Yeah, fuck, man.
People don't realize that these things take a while. For policy to be enacted and for you to feel it is going to take some time. It's a delayed reaction. None of this stuff is instant.
Yeah,
people act like it's like going to work and then you get a new boss, and then suddenly they want to change everything on day one. It's not like that.
Yeah.
That's not how government works. It's slow.
Slow. It is, yeah.
And people are pissed right now. The economy's in the shitter. There's a lot of layoffs going on. People are losing their jobs.
But the Dow is record high.
Well, no, it hit 50 for the first time.
Yeah, record high. 50,000.
Yeah. Wow. Whatever that means, that nobody can afford to even invest in anything because the average American doesn't even have $300 in their savings account.
The Dow's 50,000.
Oh, but the
50,000.
Dow. Oh, my God. The Dow.
Strong economy.
I love the Dow.
You know, strong economy. They didn't cut interest rates for January, so strong. We're strong. We're powerful.
DJT said recently that he doesn't want to lower the cost of housing. He wants to increase it. Did you see that?
Well, didn't he want to like increase the mortgage to like 50 years?
Well, they're trying to do like some kind of a 50-year mortgage thing too, but
to lower the monthly cost of the mortgage, but you know, if you extend it that far,
but then you're
going to like triple the cost of the house.
Yeah, 100%. So like then your house is going to be like $1 million more than it should have been. So
correct.
It's almost like enslaving people longer.
Yeah,
you don't want to be in debt. I mean, a mortgage isn't inherently a bad thing, but if you have the option to not be in debt, then by all means take that. But
he's fighting with Jerome Powell. He's trying to pick a new Fed chair.
Right.
Going to try to oust Jerome Powell. So we'll see what happens there. It's interesting. Interesting. That's supposed to be an independent thing. So, yikes! I don't know.
Well, you don't have any
going to be crazy
ethics or oversight. Then all these positions were dismantled. All the oversight.
Yeah.
So it's all part of Project 2025. It's all in there.
Yeah, we knew this was happening. This is why we were trying to tell everyone to watch out.
Yeah, but I think
the problem is we didn't tell people to tell their people.
Maybe
so now
I don't know.
We're telling you, our listeners. You listeners need to tell your friends. We need to disseminate this information. Tell them to listen to our show. Also, tell them what you learned from us.
I mean, it sucks to tell people I told you so, but it also feels good too. It's like,
no, this feels horrible. I do not feel good about it at all.
I know.
It does not. I appreciate what you're trying to.
No, I don't know. I know what you mean, but I think some people just need to touch the fire.
Oh God, I didn't.
No, I mean we didn't.
Yeah.
Feel like I don't need that, but some people they wanted to touch the fire. So
oh boy,
the young voters, the Gen Z, the ones that were influenced by a lot of the incel right-wing bullshit that was going on Reddit and on 4chan, which was actually, we're finding out now thanks to the Epstein files that Justine, how do you say her name? Justine, right?
Giselle?
I always get her name wrong. I don't even.
Ghislaine,
whatever her name is, and Jeff, they were behind all of this shit on the internet. They were the ones behind 4chan's right-wing movement and on Reddit. They started this. It's insane.
Speaking of Epstein, have you seen online that a possible sighting of Epstein in Israel?
Yeah, in Tel Aviv. People
think you saw that?
I did see that. And I don't know. I'm not a conspiracy-minded person, but when you look into these Epstein files and what people are uncovering, it does seem like it's plausible because this guy is so connected. He has so many connections to so many wealthy and powerful people.
Yeah.
It's very plausible to me that he could have faked his death.
Yeah, inside our government, inside of multiple other countries' governments.
Well, he's had very strong ties to Israel the entire time. At the time of his so-called death or suicide, rather, he was in prison, and the district attorney at the time was Barr. And apparently there's a connection there between Barr's dad and Epstein. It's crazy. I don't like there's a group of very wealthy and elite people and individuals with power in this country that have this network, and this is what's being revealed in the Epstein files. And what they do is they protect each other, but then they also engage in horrendous crimes.
Yeah.
Eating babies.
I also heard that the island home, Epstein's island home, they had a trap door where they could dump bodies out of.
Yeah, it was like a trap door. You open it up and it's just the ocean.
Yeah.
Very easy.
I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true. I mean,
the trap door is true, but like, why would you have a trap door that leads to the ocean when you're not like fishing? Like you're obviously you're disposing of something, and I can only imagine bodies. I mean, the whole Epstein thing is disturbing. I don't know.
Yeah, speaking of Epstein, there's
anyways, what's with
Ghislaine Maxwell, who was the right hand person for Epstein?
Yeah,
she was asked. She appeared before the House Oversight Committee, and she refused to answer questions from that committee, invoking her Fifth Amendment rights. But she did say that she would testify if DJT would grant her clemency, and she would just back up saying that he did nothing wrong and neither did Bill Clinton. So if she can get free, she'll say that he did nothing wrong, is what she said. That doesn't seem suspicious at all. But yeah, during questioning, it was all virtual, it was all video. She was on video. She declined to answer any questions because it could implicate herself. So she opted to say Fifth Amendment.
Yeah, she's the key to all of this right now because she was.
Oh, she's the only one alive that we know of.
Yeah, I mean, she was obviously the one closest to Jeffrey Epstein, and she knows where all the, pardon the pun, bodies are buried because she was a part of this whole thing. And I really hope that there is some kind of justice that's brought against these people. It's just insane, all the stuff that's coming out in the Epstein files and the crimes against all these young women, and it's disgusting.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
I didn't see the actual commercial, but I did hear that there was going to be a commercial during the Super Bowl of survivors of
demanding the release.
Yeah,
I saw that was going to happen as well, but then I never saw the commercial, so I don't know. And I feel like I watched every commercial, so I don't know. I didn't see it.
Didn't happen then, huh?
I don't know. I guess
interesting.
I don't know.
That's interesting, but it is interesting. I will also say around the Epstein files is there's a slew of people overseas that have been tied to Epstein, and they're being fired or let go, or they're losing their titles. We have princes and ambassadors and senior diplomats across UK, Norway, Sweden that have lost their jobs or titles because simply for just being a part of Epstein's world after he was convicted back in was that 2015 to somewhere around there. Just being in his orbit, that these people have been let go. And here in the States, like, we haven't seen the same backlash.
No, the people are angry, but there's no accountability.
Not angry enough.
I guess so. I don't know.
I mean, really, I don't get it, but yeah,
it's really sickening. All of the Epstein bullshit. Yeah,
it's just there are a lot of people have been fired or titles have been revoked in Europe over all of this.
Yeah, but nothing here. Yeah,
nothing here. Yeah, I hate it. It's disgusting.
We'll keep an eye on all of that stuff. I'm sure this is going to be an ongoing story because more and more files are being released, and there are so many that they're still being analyzed, and people are going through and reading all this stuff and connecting the dots. And a lot of times they'll redact an email in one spot but not another, so then they'll go back and they'll have more context. A lot of investigation.
What more do we need to see though? Like what more? What more, Eddie?
I really don't know. I don't know.
Like there's pictures of like Zuckerberg and Musk having dinner with him after he's convicted of like sex trafficking.
Yeah, Zuckerberg is wrapped up in all this too. Like all these, and Elon Musk is, and
are we just? Yeah, why hasn't anything been done? Why haven't?
By the way,
they've been removed.
Unlike, it's kind of an unrelated note. If you've looked at any of these Epstein emails, I'm just kind of shocked at the grammar that these people use. It's like all lowercase, and sometimes they'll have like 5.
It's like they're texting.
Like, yeah, it's very strange the way they communicate. And then, of course, they'll have keywords in there that they use. And
you think it's a code?
There's a lot of code in there for sure, 100%. And a lot of it's related to pedo bullshit. But when they're not, I mean, some people will be very formal, but then this Epstein was not formal at all in his emails. And I think that's the sign of somebody who's very powerful. They don't feel like they need to be formal in an email. And you also see this at work too. In the corporate world, you'll have a CEO will sometimes put their entire email in the subject line. Or they'll just like respond with one word, like go or approved. Or it's funny because the formality in email that we expect is just for the plebes.
Yeah.
Anyways, but I don't want to end on a shitty note like that, but we'll keep an eye on the Epstein files. How about we switch gears a little bit here, just real quick as we wrap up the show, Jason. I saw this band Girl Tones over the weekend, and they played with Dexter and the Moon Rocks. So they opened up for Dexter and the Moon Rocks at the Troubadour in Los Angeles, and they covered, you remember that song Get Free from the Vines?
Yes.
Well, they covered the Vines, Get Free, and I thought it was really good. Here's a bit of that for you here. There, a little bit of Girl Tones and Get Free from the Vines, their cover. Girl Tones, a very good band. If you want to watch that video, it's posted on the Adobe Radio Instagram account. And not very many people have looked at that. So, I don't know.
Yeah, it was good.
And I thought I did a good job with this video. I took that video on my phone.
Oh, wow. You're like a videographer.
It's like the new iPhone camera is great.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks good.
It does look good.
Not trying to toot my own horn here, but it's all the camera on that iPhone.
Yeah. I mean, people record like shows on them now.
It's like you're right there. I mean, look at that. Look how clear it is. Like I was literally in the back row.
Yeah.
But yeah, Girl Tones, good band. Check them out. Okay, Jason, that's it. Anything that you would like to say?
Be kind to one another. Was that Springer?
Wait, what did he say? Take care of yourselves.
And be kind to one another?
And yeah, something like that. I don't know.
Something, yeah.
What did that guy say?
Yeah, that was a good line, though.
Please take care of yourselves and each other. Is that what it was?
Yeah, that might be it.
Mine's
be kind to yourself and others. How about that?
Be kind to yourself and others.
Yeah.
So you're going to take his and kind of remix it just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going to modernize it.
Okay. All right. Well, we thank you all for hanging out with us on It's News to Us. We'll see you next time right here on Adobe Radio. Have yourself a fantastic day.
Welcome, red-blooded white Americans. Today here on Turning Point, you're about to hear some real music. Real music that's not none of that monkey baboon shit. I love this country when it's white, not black, not brown, just good old white.
We appreciate it very much, Tim Apple.
Give it up for Adobe, everybody.